Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Robin Lee here with another episode of the Lifestyles of the Poor and Homely. On today's show, we will be talking with the family of this county's most noted celebrity, a man who has devoted his entire life to making people laugh, a man who's made more people laugh than the president, Hargus Marcell. We caught up with him at his beautifully groomed and well-maintained summer retreat nestled in these beautiful hills. Needless to say, there was a lot of tight security on the property. As you can see, Hargus Marcell, like other big-time entertainers, has his own private collection of rare antique automobiles. We proceeded through the main entrance, all the while being mesmerized by the beauty of the surrounding countryside. We decided to start our interview by talking with the grandparents of Hargus Marcell, Hangus and Ethel, a very loving and caring couple who live with Hargus on the premises. We met these fine people on the front porch as they were trying to work out an investment problem between them. We evidently took them by surprise.
Wait, whoa, hold on there, Granny. Doggone it, get up, girl, we got company. Lord Almighty, I forgot all about you boys coming today. I'd be right honest, I didn't even hear you drive up, be honest with you. Granny, don't you get that door before that cat gets in there again. Let me drag it. Boy, I'm proud to see you boys. Yes, sir, kind of embarrassing the way you caught us there. Well, Granny and I, all we were doing, we were discussing a little money matter we had over egg money, you know. We get along fine. Yes, sir, but it's a good thing you drove up when you did, though. A few more minutes and I might have killed her. Yeah, had a half Nelson on her. I know I could have took her.
So you boys want to know about my grandson Hargus, huh? Well, let me tell you something. If I tell you my old tomcat can play a fiddle, you can rosin up a bowl and clear the floor for dancing. I ain't lying to you. That boy don't know nothing, and he's got that all screwed up. He's a couple of dominoes short of a set, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. Yes, sir, that boy is messed up. If you put his brain in a blue jay, he'd fly backwards. I ain't lying to you on it. Simple truth is, the boy's as crazy as an out rat.
Now, Hangus, you hush your mouth. Sometimes you rattle on so much, we have to oil your jaws to keep them from seizing up. I never heard such a thing. Oh, I'll tell you what, you're just as proud of our grandson Hargus as I am. Hargus came from a large family, a very large family. He was the 9th child out of 12. Yes, sir. He, his ma and pa wore out 3 storks of building that family. Hargus wasn't a very pretty child by no means. By the time the boy was 3 years old, he had to go down to the crossroads to even turn around because his feet were so big, you know. And gosh almighty, the boy had a mouth on him as big as a barn door. I never... But, oh, we loved that boy. We loved that little Hargus. Yes, we all did. I'll have to admit that Hargus was a little slow in school, though.
Slow? Well, I believed we was going to have to burn the schoolhouse down to get him out of it. I was surprised as a coon-hound pup was his first porcupine when he graduated 6th grade. To say Hargus is well-educated is like asking a politician to guard your grocery
Hangus,
money.
you're so thick-headed, I believe if someone was to shoot you between the eyes, it'd take a bullet a half hour to make a hole. Now, talk nice about the boy. You know you can get more chickens in the pen by throwing corn than you can rocks. Where was I? What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Like I was going to tell you boys, even as a little boy, Hargus always knew he wanted to be in show business. And he was a talented person, too. Yes, he was. I'll be the first to admit that Hargus wasn't a very good singer. I mean, he could carry a tune all right. It's just he got in trouble when he went unloaded. And when he graduated to 6th grade, well, he decided that he's going to leave home and get a job and make his mark on the world, so to speak. And he got himself a job in a circus as a human cannonball for $50 a day and mileage. But his career with the circus didn't last long because he got hired and fired the same day.
Ethel, you ain't doubling up on your medication again, are you? Tell you what, won't you get up and go in and fix me and the boys here something cool to drink? That'd be nice of you. Really appreciate it, hon. Really do. Quite a woman there. No, boys. Me and the little lady there, we've been married for 48 years now. Doggone, we don't seem just like it yesterday. Y'all know what a lousy day yesterday was, don't we? I'm just kidding with you. I love the old girl. She's been a great wife to me. I wouldn't trade her for 12 acres of red hogs. She's got her faults, though, like we all do. She gets carried away bragging about Hargus every now and then. I got to quieten her down. And, you know, she claims he's been around the world. And he ain't, though, I can tell you that. Well, I've been back under the house looking for eggs for her, and he's been away from home. You know that part she was telling about him running away and joining the circus? Well, that ain't true, neither. I'll have to agree with Ethel on one thing, though. Hargus always knew, even at a young age, he wanted to be in showbiz. Trouble was, he didn't know what he wanted to do in showbiz.
Good gosh, Hangus, look at the size of this rat.
I never seen it like my entire life. Well, there was a time when he was a kid, he had so many different personalities, you never knew who he was talking to. I kind of got worried about him, though. He was doing some pretty strange things. For one thing, he got to writing poetry.
Hey, Grandpa,
Every evening when I'd go out to the barn to do the milking, he'd stop me and recite me some of the poems he'd written that day.
You clap for me when I get through, okay? You'll like these poems. They're a lot better than the other ones I wrote. It won't be but a little bit. All right, pay close attention to me, okay? All right. The night was growing old as he trudged through the snow and sleet. His nose was long and cold, and his shoes were full of feet. You like that one? You like that one? I seen you grin. Wait till you hear this one. This is a good one. I envy you, dear lightning bug. You worry not a bit. 'Cause when you see a traffic cop, you know your tail light's lit. No, don't get up. Don't go. Okay, please sit down. I got another one. You'll like this one real good. Wait. You ain't got nothing to do. Just stay right there. Listen, Grandpa. Don't worry if your job is small and your rewards are few. Remember that the mighty oak was once a nut like you. You better quit, Grandpa, quit. I'm telling Granny on you. You better quit throwing rocks. I'm telling on you. All right, you're in trouble this time. Now, Granny will get you good. Sit down. I want to tell you another poem. Come on, sit down. You know how you are when your heart gets, you're turning blue. Now sit down. I'll read you this poem. You'll like this one. The elections are over, and the results are known. The will of the people is clearly shown. Let's forget the quarrels and show by our deeds we'll give our leader all the help that he needs. So let's all get together and let the bitterness pass. I'll hug your elephant and you can kiss my donkey. You like that one, Grandpa? I like that one. I like it, too. I got some more if you want to hear them. Come back when you do the chores, okay?
Yes,
and I'll tell you some more
You might
poems.
have saved the very start. Hargus was destitute to be in show business. You boys get some of that lemonade over there before all the ice melts. Well, where are you off to?
I'm going fishing down at the creek.
Well, these boys want to talk to you.
Well, evidently not. They've been so wrapped up in what you've been telling them, they don't even know I'm here. And besides, I ain't gonna be gone that long.
He's so high-strung, the boy just can't sit still. He's so nervous. Got to be doing something all the time. But, of course, that's how a lot of those big-time entertainers are.
Yeah, he spends a lot of time down there on the creek when he comes home like this. It seems to relax him, though, and that's all that really matters. Didn't even know it. My bait's gone. Must slick. Slide that bait off there without me knowing. Well, just part of it, I guess. He won't be so slick the next time. Yeah. See what they call that stink bait? Come on, Mr. Catfish. Man, what a day. Well, like my granddaddy always told me, if you're gonna catch big fish, you gotta use big tackle. This don't work. I've never seen the kamikaze fail yet. All of the action on this lure. Well, as Duke said in the Rio Bravo, yow.
Don't you dare touch me!
Yes, sir, I taught that boy everything he knows about fishing. And he caught on real quick, too. He still uses a lot of them old fishing tackle I've collected over the years. Boy, I hope you boys like fish. Sure sound like Hargus got into them today.
why don't you tell Mr. Lee about Hargus's love for music and when he had his band together? That'd be an interesting story, wouldn't it?
Boy, that is a good story, Ethel. Thanks for reminding me about that, hon. Well, boys, I guess it was back in 77 or maybe 78. Hargus was still trying to figure out what he wanted to do with his life. Now, the boy always did like music, just about any kind of music. And he mentioned to me and his grandma one day that he was thinking about becoming an orchestra conductor. Well, I had no idea what he was talking about. But as Ethel and me was eating breakfast one morning, we heard the awfulest commotion going on down in the hog pen. Well, I went to see what was the matter with them hogs, and there was Hargus dressed to the hilt with his baton, as he called it, just conducting up a storm.
Hangus, have you told these boys about Sarah Jean Hawkins and how she broke Hargus's little heart when they first met?
No, I haven't, Ethel. I thought that might be a little too personal. And you know how that boy feels about that girl, yeah.
Well, then I'll just tell them about it. Now, boys like Hangus was a-telling you earlier, Hargus loved music. And he'd put him a little band together, you know, just some of the local boys from around there. And they'd play at our house about every chance they could, you know. Well, that's one particular day, we heard Hargus and the boys coming down the road in his old truck. As they pulled up in the yard, I noticed they had somebody new with them. Well, it turned out to be Sarah Jean Hawkins. Now, the boy that plays the upright bass in the band, it was his cousin from San Francisco, California. And I knew as I laid my eyes on her, she was nothing but trouble. Now, I'll admit she was a pretty little thing, and she had all the equipment to be a heartbreaker. And I knew good and well Hargus was a falling for her.
I knew the moment that I saw you and held you tight within my arms. This was one love that could never fade away. Though not a word was ever spoken, you saw the love I have for you when you're looking at me. Looking at you. When you're looking at me.
I'll tell you what, Sarah Jean broke that boy's heart worse than an egg dropped on the sidewalk. He came in the house one day and he told me and Grandpa that he was leaving home. He just couldn't stand to be around here anymore, 'cause everything reminded him of his love for Sarah Jean. We asked him, of course, where he's going, and he said nowhere in particular, just that he was going to get in his old truck and drive until all the memories of Sarah Jean Hawkins was gone. We told the boy to keep in touch and let us know how he's doing so we wouldn't worry. We both hated to see him leave that day, but we figured it was the best thing for him to do, considering the circumstances, you know. 2 months had went by before we heard from him the first time. He stated that he sure missed being around me and his grandpa and how much he missed being here on the farm. He said he was doing all right, and he got himself a job of selling cars over in Reed Springs.
Said he was having trouble at first selling cars, but as time went on, he got better at it and was making some good money.
Hey, folks, come on down and look over our huge selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. We don't care if you've got good credit, bad credit, or no credit. We deal only in cash. Folks, Billy Bob said to get these cars and trucks out of here, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're ready to wheel and deal here at Billy Bob's. And the sun's come out. It's a beautiful day. The clouds and rain's moved on out. So if you're in the mood for a used car or truck, come on down to Billy Bob Tanner's Used Car Sales and Barbecue Palace, where we're ready to deal. That's right, folks. Here at Billy Bob's, we pride our... Floyd! How many times have I told you to keep your tools in the desert, just get them out of the way. Like I was trying to say, folks, here at Billy Bob's, we pride ourselves in good, clean, certified mechanic. I would like to show you this little truck right here, this baby. Floyd. Floyd? Oh, he's okay. I was worried there for a minute, boy. Folks, let me direct your attention to this beautiful 1994 Dodge North Dakota 4x4. It's a, no, Floyd, no, it's a 94, not a 91. I can see where you get mistaken, though, from underneath. It's a beautiful little truck. It's a one-owner, low mileage. This baby is loaded. If you're looking for a workhorse of a truck, this is the one right here. The boss said, move it on out. That's what we're going to do. We've discounted the price to $11,500. No, Floyd, he ain't going to take no $9,000. He got more than that in it. So, folks, if you're looking for a truck for the weekends, work, round the yard, anything, we've got it right here. And I'll tell you another thing. We've got another little one right over here on the lot you need to check out. It's a beautiful truck. You can take this baby home for as little as $199 a month. Payment based on sale price of $13,080 with a $1,000 down or trade-in. Finance $15,846 on 48 months G&AT contract at 12.5 annual percentage rate. 36 payments of $199 and one final payment of $6,420. This is not a lease. Like this little truck right here, folks. If you're looking for a good used truck, this is the one you want. It's a 95 Volkswagen pickup. Low mileage. Comes with AC, DC, power steering, power brakes, no brakes, analog brakes. Also, AM, FM cassette radio with power boost. Batteries not included. If you're looking for a truck, this is the one for you. Sale price at $10,759. Floyd, you have to do that right now. But we're going to take $13.80 for today. Boss said move them out. That's what we're going to do. So if you're looking... Hey, folks, if you're looking for the family car, right here it is. It's a local one owner. It's a beauty. It's a 92 Lincoln Town car, fully loaded. It's got a V8 engine, automatic transmission, power steering, power brakes, AM, FM cassette radio, and passenger side airbag. Come on over here, folks, and let me show you a car we traded for this morning. Our mechanic's going through it now, checking it out. How you doing, Floyd? All right, hey, jump in there and start this thing up. I believe, boys, this would be the car I'd want to take home to my wife. Yes, sir. It's a beautiful little car. The engine looks like she's running smooth.
Floyd! Wait a minute, Floyd. Somebody, Floyd. Pull, Floyd. Pull. Shut it off, Floyd. Shut it off. Shut it off.
Hey, we're wheeling and dealing here at Billy Bob Tanner's Used Car Sales and Barbecue Palace, where we're open every day from 8 to 9, except Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays when we ain't even here, and we're closed all Sundays and holidays. So you remember Billy Bob Tanner's Used Car Sales and Barbecue Palace the next time you're looking for a used car or truck, where nobody beats our deals. What a place.
No.
I'll learn you to do tricks. Sure don't smell like apple pie. Don't run off, Henry, and I'll read this to you.
Dear Jalapeno,
Granny always thought I was hot stuff.
hope this letter finds you well. We're all doing fine, and I know you've been wondering about what's been happening here at home. So I thought I'd write and tell you some of the news. You'd never guess what happened here at home last week. I had to go to town last Wednesday, so I locked the house and tacked a note for the milkman on the front door. It read, "Nobody home, don't leave anything." After I got back from town, I found the front door open and the entire house ransacked. And on the note that I'd left for the milkman, I found the following: "Thanks, we ain't left much." I called the Sears Roebuck Company today and said I'd like to know the price of toilet paper. They told me to look on page 297 in their catalog. I told them if I had your catalog, I wouldn't be needing no toilet paper. Your grandpa and me went to an auction over in town last weekend. And you know how your grandpa is around auctions. He got started bidding on one of them live parrots in a cage, and you know how much we need one of them things around the house. Well, after some pretty high-spirited bidding, your grandpa finally bought the bird for $275. Can you imagine that? $275 for a stupid bird.
$275.
He finally went over to the auctioneer and said, "Boy, from the fit Granny's throwing for my sake, I sure hope this bird can talk." Auctioneer said, "Talk? Well, I should say so. He's the one that's been bidding against you for the last 10 minutes.
Oh, Lord.
Your little brother Petey got his tonsils taken out yesterday, and your grandpa stayed at the hospital with him. He even put on a mask and gown and went into the operating room with Petey and the doctor. He said he was watching the doctor's every move so he wouldn't be cheated on the bill. At the beginning of the operation, he asked the doctor what he was doing. The doctor said he was giving Petey an anesthetic. After he gets this, he said he won't know a thing. Your grandpa said, "Well, don't waste your time, Doc. You don't know anything now." Your grandpa and I was sitting around the wood stove the other night reminiscing about the past Christmases when all you kids were here at home. Do you remember the Christmas when all you kids were little and your younger brother hardly swallowed a nickel? I picked him up, turned him upside down, and hit him on the back, and he coughed up 2 dimes. I hollered at your grandpa and said, "Your grandson just swallowed a nickel and coughed up 2 dimes. What should I do?" Your grandpa said, "Keep feeding him nickels." How about that Christmas when you got one of those model rockets that you can actually blast off? The next day we had the only cat in the neighborhood that knew what our house looked like from 300 foot up. Ha ha. Those were the days, son. Well, I guess I'd better go. You take care of yourself right when you can. We'll miss you very much, but we're real proud of you. Take care. We'll see you soon. Love, Granny.
Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. The man of the hour, the man this world has long awaited to interview, Hargus Marcell.
I didn't know you guys were still here. Oh, man, my
my ears are ringing.
Hargus, would you be so kind as to tell myself and the millions watching a little about your life? The side of Hargus's life that so few people know.
Huh? What'd you say? What?
Just a little about your life, sir. Anything you would like to tell us.
Well, is this microphone okay? I don't know nothing about it. I want, my tie look all right. I won't apologize. I won't apologize for being so nervous in front of the camera. Just I ain't never done anything like this before. I never been interviewed, you know.
You need not be frightened, sir.
Well, no, I'm not frightened. No, I'm scared, but I ain't frightened. I'm kind of like a guy who went to penitentiary for the first time in his life. Well, met his cellmate there at the door, you know, and he looked at him and goes, care to dance? That's kind of how I feel right now. You want to know about my life, huh? Well, there really ain't a whole lot to it. I mean, it's been interesting. It really has. It's a lot of ups and downs, you know. I'll admit, when I was a kid, I wasn't very smart. I'll admit that right off. I mean, I used to go out behind the barn and do nothing. That was just me. But you gotta realize, see, I come from a very confused family. During the Civil War, see, all my ancestors fought for the East. And they were a stubborn family, too. Yeah, they was. They didn't even know the meaning of the word quit. Not until I was born, anyway. But you know, one day, me and Dad, we were doing some work around the house, and it hit me just like a tuba stick right on top of the head. I wasn't anything like the other kids. It's bad luck, what it was. You know, Grandpa, he thinks I'm half cracked and all messed up. And Granny, she thinks I'm special. But you know what it is? It's bad luck. A voodoo, jinx, bad karma. That's what it is.
I am terribly sorry, sir. I hate to interrupt, but my technician says we've lost power to our monitor.
Huh? Oh, well, it's probably just loose cord. I'll get it. Don't worry about it. Here it is. It's a bear.
Wire!
See, what did I tell you? It's bad luck. It's voodoo. I've always had it in everything I've ever done. I've had bad luck in love. You name it, I've had it. I remember I fell in love with my 4th grade teacher one time. It didn't work out, though. She was 23, and I was 32. I never have had any good luck with women.
Hargus, could you explain some of the reasons why you decided to join the armed forces?
I joined the Army for 3 different reasons. I knew I wanted to defend my country, and I also knew it'd help me physically and morally. And they came and got me. That was the main reason. I never will forget my first day in the service. First thing they did was issue me a comb, and then the barber cut all my hair off. And then they issued me a toothbrush. It wasn't 10 minutes, the dentist was going to pull all my teeth, but I fooled him there. That afternoon, they issued me a jock strap. I hid out for a couple of days. And something else I did learn, though, while I was in the service, and it wasn't my fault, but I lost my rifle one time, and the sergeant made me pay for it. They said I was going to have to pay for anything I lost. A gun, mortar, ammunition, even a tank. I finally figured out why a captain always goes down with his ship.
Well, it certainly sounds like you had a lot of highs and low points in your life, Mr. Marcell.
Yeah, I have, Robin. A whole lot of ups and downs. Mostly downs, though. Take this lottery ticket here, for instance. I got just as much chance of winning that as I do the Kentucky Derby. I might as well just take a match and send this thing up in flame. No better luck than mine.
Yow!
Well, Robin, see what I'm telling you? If steamboats cost a nickel, all I could do is run up and down the bank hollering, ain't that cheap?
If I understand correctly, the lottery is worth $25 million. Would you mind telling our viewing audience what you would do if, by chance, you won it?
Well, I'll tell you, Robin. I'll tell you just like I've told everybody else that's asked me the same question. First off, I'd give Granny and Grandpa all the money they'd ever need for the rest of their lives.
Did you hear that, Hangus? Isn't our boy special?
I still think the boy's nuts.
Well, I'll tell you something else I'd do too, Robin. I'd buy myself a new Cadillac. Or maybe even a Lincoln. I ain't made my mind yet, but I know it'd be a big car and a fancy one too. It'd come with a chauffeur. Yes, sir, I've always wanted a chauffeur. That way I can get out of driving that old truck I've been driving for years. Then I'd buy me some fancy clothes, some of the fanciest clothes I believe you've ever seen. And throw these glasses away and get me some contact lenses. And then something I wanted for a long time. A set of shiny, brand new teeth. Knock your eyes out to be so bright.
Mr. Marcell, you have heard the saying that money can't buy happiness.
Yeah, that may be true. Money may not be the key to happiness. But if you have enough money, you can always have a key made.
Hargus, honey, turn the radio on. It's time for them to give the lottery numbers.
Well, don't get your hopes up, Granny. We ain't ever won nothing yet, you know.
Tonight's lotto numbers to come up for the grand prize of $25 million. And the first number
Like I was
is
telling
7.
you, Robin,
Next
I'd
is
probably
12.
invest. Wait a minute. I got them numbers. I usually pick 7 and 12.
What'd I do with that? I got that ticket. Didn't they say 17? Didn't they? I don't know. What'd I do with the number?
Get off the porch, hairball. For Pete's sake, I've got 17. I always pick 17.
Number 30.
Yes, I got it.
And the last
I
and
got it
final
myself.
number.
Wait a minute. No. This cheap radio. What was the other numbers? Did you get the other numbers? Huh? Oh, no. Why me? I've got 17. No, don't do this to me.
And that last
Not
and final
now.
number was 38.
Remember me, sweet cheeks?
Sarah Jean. Hasta la vista, baby. Not cooperating?
Got a leaf in the hair.
Oh. Granny been rolling in the yard.
So you remember Bobby Bill Thomas? Pain got me. Hey, we're wheeling and dealing here, Billy Bobby.
It ain't funny, man.
Well, evident lot. They don't even know I'm here. Besides that, way they're wrapped up and everything you're telling. Besides that, I ain't gonna be gone that long.
Hangus, you're so hard-headed if someone was to shoot you between the eyes, it'd take a bullet a half hour to make a hole. Now, I tell you, hush your mouth about the boy. I tell you what, sometimes you get me so mad, I could just box your jaws.
Oh, that... That's it.
That was one. Now, can we play?
Yeah, you bet.
You all are into it now. There's no way they can resist that, baby. Ew! Ooh. Hooks are sharp, too.
Oh.
Well, for Pete's sake. Now I've done it. Go find him, big boy. Yo, lady! Man, has that thing got the action to it. No, I got it in reverse.
Well, then, I'll just tell him about it. Like Hangus...
I got too many Hargus and Hanguses.
I don't know who in the hell I am. Go get my driver's license.
Yeah.
I'm just going all to pieces.
Try one more time, Daddy.